because I am slow. I was gonna say spicy, that's wrong. I'm here for the evil in the water. Hey, hello team, my name's Monique. Welcome back to the Cauldron and this very accidentally delayed Hypetrain video. In case you didn't know, this is Bookwitch Reviews, my channel, and I have for quite a while been doing a monthly video called the Hypetrain video where I get excited about future releases. However, because we are still early on in the year and I have not been as scheduled as I'm meant to, my most anticipated videos are still coming out while I'm still doing this, and some of these books are the same ones that I've already mentioned, so that's that. We're still gonna do it. Here is some March releases that I cannot wait for. I'll be honest and say March isn't the month with the most queer fantasy releases ever. However, there are a few, and one of them I already absolutely adore, so let's just jump straight into it. The majority of these books have already technically come out because I am slow. That's just how it is. However, let's still get excited about them. First book I want to talk about is Down Comes the Night by Allison Saft, which came out on the 2nd of March. This is a almost spooky vibe book, and basically we are following Ren Sutherland, who is a magic user and part of the Queen's Guard. However, she uses her magic recklessly. Is that a word? Yes. However, she uses her magic recklessly, and so she gets kicked out of the Queen's Guard and gets exiled and sent away from her best friend, whom she is in love with. I'm hoping it's a girl. I'm hoping for some bi representation, and I believe there is. However, she gets an offer to go out to this estate to help a nobleman treat his servant. However, when she gets there, she finds out that there is no servant in sight. However, there is the kingdom's #1 enemy, and these two end up sort of uncovering a plot, and they have to work together, and there may be some feelings, and it sounds like there's a haunted manor of some kind, and it sounds interesting and intense, and I want to read it. And this is also Allison Saft's debut novel, and I want to support all of the debut people. The next book is one of my most anticipated releases of the year, and that is Sweet and Bitter Magic by Adrienne Tooley, which came out yesterday on the 9th of March. This is a sapphic fantasy YA / new adult. In it we are following two separate points of view. First off, we are following Tamsin, who is the most powerful witch of her generation. However, she does something wrong, and so she gets exiled and cursed so that she can never love, and if she does want to love, she needs to take that love from someone else. And we are also following Ren, who is a source who apparently has to give themselves up to witch kind when they are quite young. However, Ren has been keeping herself secret. There's 2 Rens in this month's thingy. I'm excited about the name Ren, but she has been keeping herself secret to keep her father safe. However, a plague is covering the land, and these two end up making a bargain to try and save everyone. And Ren will allow Tamsin to take her ability to love if they can save her father. And it just sounds so good, almost friends to lovers, reluctantly teaming up to do good, and it just sounds so good. And I'm waiting for my copy to arrive, and I just goodness, I want to read it immediately. Another book that came out on the 9th as well is All the Murmuring Bones by A.T. Slatter or Slatter. Not entirely sure of that. This is a book with mer people. I love me some mer people. There might also even be some witches. Apparently Mirren's family has ages ago made a bargain with the mer people to keep their ships safe. However, for the last couple of generations they have not been upholding their side of the bargain, and so her family is going into ruin. But Mirren's grandmother is determined to bring them back to the top, even if that comes at Mirren's life. And there is political intrigue, there is magic and merfolk and people giving up certain things for others even when they are not allowed to give those things up, and it just sounds amazing. I hadn't even really heard of it till I saw it on NetGalley, and I desperately want to read it. I don't believe there's any queer rep in here, but I am always up for a mermaid story that is not cutesy mermaidy, but evil mermaids. I am here for the evil in the water. one that also came out yesterday is The Bone Maker by Beth Durst. And Beth Durst is one of the authors that I like to introduce people the most to if they are like interested in fantasy. She writes both middle grade YA and adult fantasy as well, and her Queen of Renthia series is one that I think is supremely underappreciated, or at least underrepresented. It never gets like mentioned on Booktube or Bookstagram, and it's just one where I'm like, this fantasy world is amazing, so please pick that series up. However, her newest release, The Bone Maker, apparently follows a group of heroes who 25 years prior gave up everything that they could to vanquish an evil bone magician at the cost of the lives of one of their own. And now, 25 years later, we are following Kreia, who is trying to resurrect her dead husband. To do this, you need animal bones and human bones. However, to use human bones in magic is illegal in this country, but she knows that if she goes back to the battlefield, she may find some. However, the evil does not stop just because the story says the end. I love these books that are coming out about after the evil has been vanquished, because the evil is never really gone, and it just sounds so good. Apparently there's a soft one, a broken one, there's one dead, and things. She wrote a YA book about dragon shifters, and I wasn't crazy about that, but I will give everything for getting the feeling back about the Queen of Renthia series from Beth Durst, so I am pumped. And the last book is coming out on the 23rd of March, and it is one of my most anticipated releases of the year. I have already read it as an e-arc. It is stunning. It is beautiful. It is The Unbroken by C.L Clark, which is just amazing. I want you to think military sapphic babies. Are you prepared? Currently, it is my favorite read of the year. It is so high up. Also, the cover is apparently made by the same people who did Gideon and Harrow the Ninth. So it's basically just like, this cover artist is just gonna be on all of my favorite books, apparently. So I'm fine with that. This is the first book in a new series called The Magic of the Lost. And in this book, we are following Terrain, who as a child was taken away to become part of a military of a conquering nation. And basically many, many years later, she is brought back to her country of origin. We are also following Luca, who is the upcoming queen of this empire, who is looking to quell the rebellion in this country, and she needs a turncoat to do so. And so they come together to try and right their wrongs, find out where their loyalties lie, and somehow maybe get some feelings involved intensely. There is pining, there is intense fantasy, there is beautiful world building, there is just goodness. Terrain is magical. It is definitely like a new adult fantasy. There's quite a lot of violence in there. There's also queer normal things, and it's just wonderful. I love it so much, and I desperately want to read it again, like right now. I want to read this forever, and I cannot believe I have to wait so long for the next book. It's not even on Goodreads yet. It might take years. That is it for today, guys. These are 5 books that have come out or are coming out in March that I cannot wait to read. I hope that you enjoyed them. I hope you found something new that you can be excited about. Let me know in the comments below if there is a particular new release that you are excited for. And then don't forget to hit that thumbs up button, hit the subscribe button at the same time so you don't miss out on any other videos from me. I upload quite regularly. You can also click the little bell which will give you a notification when I put up a new video. So yay me, yay you. Let's have a lovely time. I hope this video finds you well, and remember that I'm proud of you. You're doing great. I'll see you next time. Bye. Bargain people. That's not even a word, Monique. Bargain people? Really?